Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make some super easy and delicious bean and cheese pupusas. So if you want to learn how I make them, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for the recipe we're going to need 4 cups of instant corn masa, pre-cooked beans, queso Oaxaca. For the curtido we're going to need half a head of finely chopped cabbage, half a purple onion, 2 cups of shredded carrot, 1 jalapeño, half a cup of white vinegar. For the salsa, we're going to need 6 roma tomatoes, 2 garlic cloves, chile serrano, chile de arbol, oregano, and salt. So these are ingredients. Now let's get started. We're going to begin by cooking our beans. We're going to grab our pan. I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of lard. Set it on medium-high heat and allow it to heat up. Once our pan is nice and hot, I'm going to be adding a little piece of onion along with the jalapeno. And I'm just going to fry it for a couple minutes. And after a couple minutes, we're going to add our beans. And my beans are cold, so I'm going to allow them to come to a simmer before we begin to smash them down. And you don't want your beans to have a lot of broth, so add about half a cup. And we're just going to allow them to heat up. And once our beans come to a simmer, we're going to begin to blend them. I'm going to be using my hand blender. But of course, you can always throw them on your blender or just mash them with the bean smasher. Okay, once our beans are nice and blended, we're going to reduce the heat to the lowest setting and allow them to simmer down for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, our beans should have thickened up. So now we're going to set them to the side to allow them to cool down completely. Meanwhile, we can prepare our curtido. Okay, to make our curtido, we're going to bring water to a boil. Okay, and once the water comes to a boil, we're going to turn it off. Now we're going to add our cabbage. Along with the shredded carrot, the purple onion, and jalapeno. The jalapeno is optional. If you don't want your curtido to be spicy, then don't add it. But now we're just going to allow it to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes, I'm going to drain the vegetables. Okay, so we're just going to transfer it back to a bowl so we can finish making it. Okay, to our bowl, we're also going to add half a cup of water, our vinegar, 1 tablespoon of oregano, and salt. I'm using 2 teaspoons. Now just mix it all together. Taste it and see if you want to adjust it. And if you have time, make it the day before for even a more intense flavor. Okay, so this is done. So now we're just going to set it to the side so we can make our salsa. So for our salsa, we're going to transfer our tomatoes into a small pot. Along with our chile, I'm using 1 Serrano and 6 de arbol. We're going to cover them with water. Set it on high heat and bring it to a boil. Okay, and as soon as our tomatoes and chiles come to a boil, we're going to turn it off. Transfer them to a blender cup. Okay, drain the water to the pot, and now we can get ready to make our salsa. To the blender cup, we're also going to add a piece of onion, our 2 garlic cloves, and a little bit of water. And now just blend until smooth. Okay, and once we have our salsa, now we can get ready to fry it. Okay, to the same pot, I'm going to set it on medium heat. Make sure that it is dry. And now we're just going to add a little bit of oil and allow it to heat up. Okay, and once hot, add the sauce. Okay, and here we're going to season it with 1 teaspoon of oregano and salt to taste. I'm using 2 teaspoons. And now just mix it and allow it to come to a simmer. Okay, and once our salsa comes to a full simmer, taste it for salt and see if you want to adjust it. For me, this is perfect, so now we're just going to turn it off and set it to the side. So now we can make our masa for our pupusas. Okay, to make our masa, we're going to mix our instant corn masa with a little bit of salt. Just mix it together with your clean hand and slowly begin to pour warm water just until the masa is well and hydrated. Okay, so once you don't have any dry flour, we're going to knead for 5 minutes. Okay, so after 5 minutes, the masa should no longer stick to our hands. And you're going to know that it's ready once you roll a ball of dough. you press it down and it doesn't crack on the sides. So that means that your masa is well hydrated. So now we're just going to cover it and allow it to rest for 10 minutes. Okay, and while we wait for our masa, we're going to mix the cheese with our beans. So make sure that the beans are already cool. Just mix it. Okay, and we're also going to preheat our comal at medium heat. Okay, and once we're ready to make our pupusas, we're going to grab a large ball of dough, begin to roll it. Okay, and once you have it, we're going to dip our hands in a little bit of oil. And now we're going to begin to pat down our ball of dough. Okay, and once we have like a little bowl, we're going to grab our beans and stuff our dough. And now we're just going to close it. Remove the excess masa. Roll it again and begin to flatten it out. And of course you want to make sure that your pupusa is not too thick and not too thin. So just begin to flatten it out. And be careful so that the filling doesn't come out. Okay, and once we have it, now we are ready to cook it. Okay, so our comal should be nice and hot. We're going to place our pupusa and allow it to cook for 2 minutes per side. Okay, and after 2 minutes, we're going to flip it over and allow that side to cook for another 2 minutes. Okay, and after 2 minutes, our pupusa is done. So we remove it from the comal and we continue cooking the rest of our pupusas. Alrighty guys, and once we have our pupusas, we can get ready to serve and enjoy. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. Now I am so ready guys, let me tell you that I love pupusas, so I hope you give this recipe a try and enjoy it just as much. So I'm just going to grab it. And of course, like I said, enjoy it when they're hot because that's when they taste the best. Grab my salsa, cheers, and enjoy. Seriously, it's super delicious. The curtido, the salsa, the beans, so good. Perfect combination. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how to make some delicious bean and cheese pupusas. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and family, and if you recreate this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.